everybody, and welcome back in to Boon ESPN. It has been a hot minute. In fact, if you're counting, 2 hot minutes and about 11 hot seconds. It's been a very long time, because last time I made one of these, I looked like this.
Do you think this guy had a glow up or a glow down?
Glow up.
Do you want to see what he looks like right now?
Yeah.
What we're going to do here on this first version of Boon ESPN, it's the first episode, I guess, for Overwatch Clash Season 8, is going to be a bit of a draft redux. What's going to happen here by the next, I believe, once I finally cut it all down, it'll be about an hour. It'll just be the draft graphics we had prepped, because, as you might remember, the draft got a bit chaotic. And sadly, we weren't able to go through all the picks and give everybody kind of their just desserts and, seeing their scouting reports, seeing their stats and stuff like that. So I'm redoing the draft, basically not giving you any commentary on it based on the picks, but just giving you a bit of a little light jazz in the background as well as just showing the graphics off. So if you want to see your scouting report, go ahead and watch on through and see your draft. If you want to just see all the draft picks, all scouting reports, you're going to see and watch everything. Viewer retention is fantastic, isn't it? I love YouTube algorithm. And after that, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a bit of a quick power ranking session for the preseason. I won't really go too in-depth into my picks or where I place people and why. Kind of give like a 1 or 2 sentence synopsis of my initial thoughts on the teams because it's the preseason. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm better in power rankings team because I'm not scared to be wrong on all 16 teams, which I inevitably probably will be. And you can reference this video and be like, see, you were wrong. And I'm going to be like, wow, I really don't give a shit. And after that, we're going to give a bit of a update on the Boon ESPN idea and brand, what my thoughts are and plans are coming up for the upcoming season. With this episode, it'll be a bit light on the script as well as the editing because I'm in the process of moving. If you can't tell the absolute chaos going on behind me, there's a tote lid there. There's a random display of toter, and there's a new painting I bought at Goodwill up on top of the stairs. That's gonna really make the house come together. Sure, probably. I hope so. It cost at least $4. That's a lot of money. So I'll go ahead and I'll see you guys on the other side of this little draft recap. Hopefully you enjoy it, and I'll give a bit of an explanation of why the draft went the way it did after that. If you want to stick around for that as well as the power rankings, see you on the other side. and welcome back. What's been about an hour for you has been about 2 minutes for me. The power of editing. Now, I want to go a little bit into how the draft really played out. Unfortunately, there's been a miscommunication between us and the prod team and the drafters, that's the captains, and that's completely my fault. Bit flabbergasted, a bit, I guess I could say burnt out from this week of moving around, getting stuff installed in the new house and whatever. But, you guys expect more from me. I expect more from myself. I apologize. That's your first draft. That's definitely not the standard I want to set. We put a lot of work in behind the scenes, the website team, me, and a couple others on that website to get the graphics going and all that. But unfortunately, just with the rush and some unseen circumstances arising during the draft, it led to a bit of a subpar product, and one that I'm not entirely proud of, and hopefully I was able to make a little bit for it here in the post video, I guess, in BOON1ESPN. Now, on to my power rankings. The preseason power rankings, aka the most accurate fucking power rankings of the entire season, because everybody's correct. And I have you guys know, I timed myself. I put a solid 37 seconds into this, making this list, because that's literally all this deserves in terms of thought process. So I'm going to go through from the bottom to the top, 15 through 1, but Boonie, there's 16 teams. I'm not ranking my own team. That's fucking weird, because, I don't know, I'm not cringe like that. If you want to know, I'll put them somewhere between 1 and 16. That's all you gotta know. So starting at number 15 is going to be the Assassi Spartans, and that's simply just because as an admin who has access to Captain Chat, I know things that you guys don't, and I'll leave it at that. Hopefully it works out for him. I'm pulling for that team, pulling for Tito, because we brought him in last minute as a manager, and I'd hate for this first season to kind of go the way it might be trending. Prayers up. And at number 14, I'm going to go ahead and put the Paramount Pastries. This team is a really good vibes team, I can already tell from the outset. I think the people are going to have fun. There's going to be a lot of communication on that team as well between Firecarter and Mystic Goomba. It's just who's really the standout carry. Maybe like Firecarter, does he have a good fray on him? I think I saw it once in Pugs, but that's really all I know, and it was not against the best competition to my knowledge, so I want to wait and see the Paramount Pastries, how everybody lines up on this roster, where's Firecutter slide in, a couple people kind of locked on the roles, so interesting how the team really rolls out, and I really got no other thoughts on that. And at 13, I got the Mankato Tomatoes. I actually scrimmed this team later tonight, who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. I'm ringing, but oh, I'm excited to see how this team plays out. It's got some good starting solid pointers like Topaz on support, as well as maybe like a Knave tank here. With the meta, how it's going, being more brawl centric with that Hazard / Orisa, I think Knave will perform really well. I'm interested to see how Hollow Fungus comes in. 4K rookie support. Do they have the flexibility to go over to Juno Kiriko? Do they stick to maybe an Honor or something? Do they play main support? I don't know anything about Hollow Fungus. I hope for Mankato Tomato's sake that their high SR support player performs well to pair up with Knave and Topaz. Should be a really solid team, as well. Excited to see that DPS line. Maybe doesn't have exactly the hyper carry, but I think with just a solid all-around roster around them, should perform well. At number 12, I've got the Maus, and this one is just simply because there's a lot of main supports on this team, and Aku is off rolling. God help us all. Prove me wrong, Paige. Please get a win record. Please make me look like an idiot. More than I already am, I guess. Number 11, I got the Mulch Maxers, and the Mulch Maxers go up, I guess from the bottom tier, I guess you want to call them that. I don't think really any of these teams are in a bottom big tier gap or anything, but to keep them out of that bottom 5, I suppose, would probably have to be just Greg. I just believe in Greg. I've heard stories of Greg. Just a lot of question marks on this team. If they can solve it, I think we're pretty solid. Greg. Sneaking their way barely in the top 10 here over the Mulch Max is going to be the Guppies, and the reason I put the Guppies on the Maxers is because of Vind. I think that really explains itself. 8D. And number 9, I got the fucking Polies. See this shit back here? I just fucking the microphone. God damn, what the fuck, T? Chrissy, fucking T, Sopranos, Bologna, Gabba, go over here!
Shut the fuck up!
Coming in at number 8 is I have the Hummingbirds. Now, the reason I have the Hummingbirds probably higher than other people doing power rankings is simply because every time there's been a Skyster team, I have highly underrated them. So I don't want to get caught with my pants down this time by underrating them as much. I think that this team, especially with the new rookie of Weeb, we've seen them in the Pugs, and they performed very well. I think Skyster and Weeb are basically playing for, can we kill you before you kill us? And with how good Weeb and Skyster are on those dive looks, I think they can probably pull it off a couple more times than expected. So I have this team right around the middle. I think they'll perform well against the lower seeds. I think they might struggle against the higher teams, but I like where they stand right now. Number 7, I have the Zebras. Now, the Zebras don't quite crack my top 5 here, despite having a strong core of Fire, Yak, and Neptune, simply because I wonder where Sliced Bread fits in here. They have the main role of tank, so I'm going to have to play a map with Sliced Bread on tank, and if Sliced Bread can perform well, perhaps getting culture from Neptune, or just playing characters that don't die and does their job well, I think this team can be really good. I think they can easily sneak in the top 5, maybe in the top 3 with the talent around them. I just need to see Sliced Bread play because we didn't see it in the rookie showcase or anything. So hey, prove me wrong. Come in here and be the shapeshifter, or would that be Number 6, I have the Maples. Couldn't quite get in the top 5 just because I want to see where Chloe/Florin plays in this roster. I know that they have a couple lineups where they're on tank, when they're on support. I don't know if they can play DPS. I don't know. Editing me, not even going to look at it either. We're just going to go off of what I think of right now. I just need to see, can Whalefish keep the performance we had from last season? Can the rookies show up and perform? Corgi, Dr. Jargo on this team. Just a couple question marks. I think if those get solved, this team will easily be top 3. I think they got the talent around them. If the rookies can just do their job, come in, hit shots, make space, whatever they got to do, and they do it, Florin will bring you home. All right, now we're getting into the big boys. Number 5 is going to be the Sherbs. The reason I have the Sherbs so high is simply because I think they got the most value in the draft with their picks when they got them. Getting like Southwest and Shattered Axe in the later rounds is huge when we had them in the top half of our rankings for both those players. And of course, I think just an all-around solid roster. The only real sink here being War on that DPS. So if War plays things, like the Torbjorn or like the Mei, and just I guess the Pharah, I think is War's kind of DPS main. Really just kind of annoying heroes to deal with. So if they can, if War can just come in, hit some timely shots, get some timely picks, I think the rest of the team will really build around that. And I think this team could be pretty dangerous punching up at quite a few matches here. And at number 4, I have the Kyoto Koi Dragons. And this one is because I believe in the rookies that they have. We saw Kernmaster in the Mystery Heroes tournament for Team Name Finger. A very highly staffed rookie just for the flexibility across all roles, and also Spicy. I said on the draft desk, I've been saying it since they played the Pugs, I'm a big Spicy believer. I think that they could easily be fighting for Rookie of the Year at the end of this thing, especially with how well they played on their roles considering their SR value. I think that Spicy and Kern will bring this team around, and then just the veteran presence of Ninja Drew as well as Dyer coming back to play. I'm excited for his team. I think they'll be really good. I think they could easily fall down quite heavily on the list as well, but I'm hoping that I'm right on Spicy and Kernmaster, and I look like a fucking genius at the end of this season. Number 3, I have the Milky Way Martians. BPL team. Where have I seen this one before? Except this one has Sky on it. And I played with Sky last season, and Sky is very good. I think everybody else on this roster is also very good. So I think this team is going to be very good. Top 3. Number 2, the Rohan Rahiram. I don't know if I said that correctly at all. I don't have it open on my, my other mouse or anything. I'm just going off memory, and I didn't get it right a single time the entire draft night. So, look forward to me casting your games, Nuttier in squad. And really, all I gotta say about this team being top 2 is this is the perfect Nuttier team. And that's all I gotta say. And number 1, I think it's kind of a consensus throughout the league. It's going to be the Monosaurs, and it's just the fact that Melon was able to snag a lot of these players when she shouldn't have. Fellow captains, you're really fucked up here. You gave Melon Void Fiber, you gave Melon Silver Towels, you gave Melon HV Sec. What the fuck happened? Did you fall asleep or something? I mean, I know you weren't because it's happened 8,000 miles an hour in the goddamn Draft Picks channel, and I couldn't keep up on Draft Prod that night. So first off, fuck you for that, and second off, fuck you for giving the Monosaurs this talent. These guys are going to dominate the league. I'm going to say it right now. They're at least going to be a semifinals contender. Top 4. Lock it in. Write that down. Not on the podcast anymore. I want to be on it. Lay it back on the podcast, guys. Please, for the love of God. I'm so bored. I need something to do. All right, and those were my preseason power rankings, of course. I'm sure about 1 through 15 will be incorrect, but I think there's a pretty good percentage for correctness, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll just go ahead and lock those in. If you have any problems with that, complain to the wall, because I really don't care, because, again, I gave it about 37 seconds of thought, and if you think I'm wrong, prove me wrong, and I still won't care. Good for you. Smiles all around. Now to go on to what I really plan for this, I guess, content series, going into Overwatch Clash Season 8. It'll be pretty similar to what it used to be back in the good old days, back when I had a beard, long hair, was fatter. I don't know. Good old days, I guess. So what BOON1ESPN is gonna have is we're gonna have weekly recaps of matches. If I can, I'll have like highlights playing or something on the side, kind of replacing the EJ clips. If you want, you can watch the highlights as I'm going through the matches. I'll try to find the big plays. It will be really helpful to me if you, as the players or captains, when you see a big play happen, you can like let me know or mark it down. I'll try to keep my eyes on series like through the Twitch channel, whatever, but if something happens and I might not notice it, it'd be really helpful if you could either clip it or just send me like a note like, hey, watch on our Kings Row attack this week on point B for a big blade or something. You know, just kind of give me some pointers. It'd be really helpful, and I'd appreciate the help on that. So of course, after the week recaps, I'll be giving you guys a power rankings, updating it throughout the season. I will have, you know, fancy graphics or whatever over here eventually, just when I actually have time and I stop moving and I finally get set up and can know where things are going. I will, I guess, probably increase production value of that segment quite a bit. And also, I want to introduce some things. I want to interview, I guess, some big community members, you know, starting off with things like the big ones, like a real dog or something. Just generally just get a nice conversation going to talk to them, sort of like a podcast style kind of thing where I just sit down and talk to them for, you know, 15, 20 minutes. And can have that segment here on BOON1ESPN. Get you guys some insight, meet the community members, and I guess maybe I'll have like a Q&A or something. You guys can ask them a question. You just have to let me know what you might think of that in the comments section below. Yeah, I want to make this show for you guys once again. You know, I used to do it, and things just got kind of chaotic and I stopped doing it. But I do think, not to toot my own horn, I think people enjoyed it. So I want to make sure you guys are getting the most out of this content possible that would, I guess, increase your enjoyment of it. So if you have any suggestions, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below or send me a DM on Discord. And yeah, I'll try to incorporate it if I think it's a good idea. So yeah, I guess with just that going on, if I just keep going here, I'll just keep rambling. So I'm going to end it right there. I look forward to doing this throughout the season. Hopefully I can do it weekly, if not at least bi-weekly. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, this on top of the Smelly Goonies podcast. We should get a lot of content out there. Keep an eye on our channel for new YouTube Shorts content as well. We're trying to increase, you know, I guess our presence on that platform, as well as the Twitch, with new prod coming in with all the new fancy little, like the whoom. I don't know how to describe it, little mess like the whoom. Thank you so much for watching once again. Glad to be back. Stay safe, stay healthy. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da. Da-da.